I know.
What's up, y'all? Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Hey, hallelujah. Shalom and shalom and shalom.
Hallelujah. Yes. What's up for the people? You listen, you caught me all in the middle because I just didn't want these. I'm not feeling these braids, okay? I'm not.
Time for the new style.
I know.
I think so. Let's brainstorm about what's next.
I'm gonna give myself locks. Ooh. Colorful locks, like purple. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So I'm gonna make me some locks.
That's gonna be cool. Well, all right.
I'm gonna be colored.
Here we go. Let's 1, 2, 3, and story time. Story time. Story time.
That's my jam. Listen, that's the jam. Welcome back to Story Time. If you don't know who I am, I'm Bonnie G, and the place to be.
Hey.
Anywhere the Ruach is, I just want to be present.
Yes, hi, I'm Nashawn.
AKA Auntie Shani. We like to season it from the top, okay?
And this one over here
is none other than Auntie Shelly on the beats. That's right, y'all. No, we don't no longer do it for ourselves, but we do it for the community. Hallelujah.
Woo! That's stuff. We are on the second day of the week.
Yes.
Again, this thing is going like
it's so fast.
Like I swear I was just at the Sabbath, okay? Enjoying a good word.
And August is almost over.
Listen, the year's almost over.
Yeah.
It is.
My son keep on telling me that.
It is. Wow.
Crazy.
So what's our
scripture? You know, remember we were talking about reading about the different prayers.
Yeah, we do. Is that the first day of the week?
Oh, this is Monday, right?
Yeah, the second day.
Yeah, that's the first day of the week.
On the second day.
Yeah, that's the second
day. That's prayer day?
Yeah, that's when we go through the prayers.
Okay.
The hard hitters, okay? Just to want to let you know that you can pray like this.
Yes.
Yeah, there was one in
which one?
Was it in
And while it could be.
Yeah.
While she's going and looking for that good old scripture, I just want to say, y'all, we are in the 4th book of Ezra.
Yeah.
I ain't never been in Ezra, but I am enjoying myself. You won't find the 4th book of Ezra in your regular Bible. You actually have to go to the St0ryTim3, okay? But don't worry. It's against our common sense to pay full price for anything.
Absolutely.
When it comes to the St0ryTim3, okay?
I understand.
There is a discount for you. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Be sure to, when you check out your books, put that discount code in there. Put story time in there. Remember, the O in the word story is actually a 0 and the E is actually a 3. As a reminder, as we're going back to the covenant. Shout out to the covenant tea. Yes. It's a good tea, okay? It's a good reminder, especially when you want to go off and you just be like,
I need that covenant.
You just be like, I'm under covenant.
Yes.
You're right. I'm under covenant. All right. Some of y'all be so deep, you don't need a t-shirt to remind you and praise y'all.
Yeah.
But sometimes that shirt be helping me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There's this one that's in 2nd Maccabees.
All right. Well, we're going to get into it. Shout out to our New Zealand family. Girls, it's good to see you. We're going to get into it. And yes, I am so glad that you were able to listen to the book of Hermes. Listen, your everything, girl, everything.
Yes, good stuff. Let's see. 2nd Maccabees chapter 1. Let me put on these peeps.
Yeah, they're not for fashion, by the way.
I need them.
I actually tried to wear them because I thought I was going to be cute one day and couldn't stop.
She was like, whoa, wait.
Whoa, these is real glasses. They're real.
All right, chapter 1, verses 1 through 5. The brethren, the Yahudim that be at Jerusalem and in the land of Yahud, wish unto the brethren, the Yahudim that are throughout Egypt, health and peace. Elohim be gracious unto you, and remember his covenant that he made with Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov, his faithful servants, and give you all a heart to serve him and to do his will with a good courage and a willing mind, and open your hearts in his Torah and commandments, and send you peace. and hear your prayers and be at one with you and never forsake you in time of trouble.
Hallelujah.
I'll never forsake you.
He'll never forsake you in time of trouble. Wow. That is a blessing.
That is so good. So we're in 4th Ezra.
Oh,
Yes.
Ezra.
So if you have your C3, it's in here. But then also don't even trip if you don't have a physical book. You can also do what our girl New Zealand does. She actually uses the app, and so go ahead and download that app. And it is $21.99. It is the best $21.99 you'll ever spend. Okay.
All right. So we left off from
We on verse 12.
12.
I know. Chapter 7. Because it was good. Because Ezra kept asking these questions.
Yes.
And he just wouldn't let up.
No.
But he was getting little answers every now and then. It might not have been the answers he wanted.
Right.
Yes.
But it was the answers who I wanted all of us to know.
Yes.
And the real shocker was we were chosen as his people when he breathed life into Adam. Let's just say before the foundation of the world.
Absolutely.
We already knew who we were.
Yeah.
Who he was going to choose to rule the world.
Absolutely.
That is epic.
And it's crazy because we read Jubilees 2 and 18 all the time when it talks about, and I have chosen you from amongst all that I have seen.
Yes.
It's amazing because
he's seen it all.
He's seen it all.
That's really special, y'all.
The picture of him talking about how he gives order to things and things just do what they're supposed to do. It's like a reminder of how we are supposed to be and do.
Your eyes lit up when you was talking about that. I love that.
Yeah, because even when you think about the angels, there's order.
Yes.
Like you got Michael and Gabriel and Raphael, and then there's people under them. So we were supposed to have Adam at the top, and then it was going to go down to, well, it would have been Abel, but you know.
Yeah.
And then, but it still would have ended up with Abraham. No matter what, it was Abraham was going to be here.
He was the plan.
He was the plan. And what his seed, the 12, because there has to be order. The world's going to get bigger and bigger. I needed to be judged righteously. Yeah. And I've already chosen the people to do that. Yeah. But then sin came into the world, didn't really change it. Right. Because it's going to go back to the original intent. But that's the original intent.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. So I guess that's a recap. That's
because that's what we
Auntie Shelley on the beat. Can you pass me my water, please?
Oh.
Water.
All right. Verse 12. Then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils, and very painful. For the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. Now, therefore, why disquiet yourself, seeing you are but a corruptible man? And why are you moved, whereas you are but mortal?
Okay, I get it. Because first I was like, what is he talking? But I remember he was giving Ezra a recap. And then he was saying, okay, this is how it's supposed to be. It's just sin entered.
Yeah.
Sin entered into the world.
Yeah.
So that's why the entrance of this world were made narrow, full of sorrow and travail and evil, because now sin is entered. But that wasn't my original intent.
Yeah.
My original intent was everybody be happy,
righteous.
Upright judgment is righteous. Y'all ruling the world righteously. You're a seed, but sin came in.
Yeah.
And so now, because what he says, for the interests of the elder world were wide and secure and brought immortal fruit. So it was the road, we was on the wide road.
Yeah.
Because it was immortal.
Yeah.
Everybody, we supposed to be hanging out at Grandma and Grandpa Adam and Hua's house.
Right.
It's wide.
Oh,
it's immortal. We supposed to know Abraham,
Yeah.
Isaac, Jacob. We supposed to know
Yeah.
all these
Be
people we
under
talking
his
about.
bosom.
We're supposed to
be
know
there.
these people.
Yeah.
It was a mortal, but
Sin entered.
sin entered. But we're gonna go back to that because y'all gonna know each other
Thank
again.
you, Father.
But he's running that down to Ezra. Like the reason why you really ain't getting all your answers you want because of this. Sin entered.
Sin entered the world.
Sin entered.
Wow. Well, make sure y'all get that, Auntie Shelley.
16. Why have you not considered in your mind this thing that is to come, rather than that which is present? Then answered I and said, O Yahuwah Adonai, you have ordained in your Torah that the righteous should inherit these things, but that the wicked should perish. Nevertheless, the righteous shall suffer straight things and hope for wide. For they that have done wickedly have suffered the straight things, and yet shall not see the wide.
See, they're not going to see the good things at the end. Because remember, so basically the road was wide.
Mm-hmm.
Adam and Chua sinned.
Yeah.
Chua, Adam
and
sinned.
It
went sure.
And
so now we gotta,
we gotta walk that.
Now we gotta walk that narrow path to get to the wide again.
Yes.
To get to those blessings, to get to immortality.
Yeah.
So like when he said when we learned last week, he was talking about how there were the hard challenges was right.
Mm-hmm.
But Ezra was like, well, how can they get the good stuff?
Yeah.
It's like, because you guys, a lot of people don't want to go through the hard stuff
first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end, you already showed like on the top of the hill was a city and everything that was in there was everything that you needed.
Yeah.
But people don't want to go through the narrow and the challenging part to get to the city.
There. Yep.
Ooh, no.
And that's the only way
don't.
to get
and
there.
That's the only way.
Tell the truth.
There's no other way.
None.
It's hard. Who knows? Like our stories, and I was just thinking about it, like the things that we have gone through was hard.
Yeah, wasn't easy.
It was not easy, but we are here.
Yeah.
Yes.
And those things that we have lived and gone through, and we're still living, right? Hello, thank you for breath.
Yeah.
But we're still living. But those things have made our character who it is, you know, and what we are today, because we chose to not give up in the hardships, right?
Yep, to stay on that narrow.
To stay on that narrow.
Yeah.
Even if we wasn't in truth, we still
was on that narrow.
We was on that narrow because our heart posture was like, I want to live this way.
That's right.
Because even though when we weren't in truth and we didn't know everything, there were still some things we were just not going to do.
Absolutely.
Just not going to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
So don't forsake the hard things, y'all. That's character building.
Yes.
I mean, it sucks sometimes. Let's be honest. But when you get through that thing, you're a champ.
Yes.
You a champ.
Absolutely. Verse 19. And he said unto me, there is no judge above Elohim, and none that has understanding above Al-Aliyah. For there be many that perish in this life, because they despise the Torah of Elohim that is set before them. For Elohim has given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should observe to avoid punishment.
So he had to give them the Torah.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, these names.
Yeah, and where he's placing them.
Yeah, and he said there is no judge above Elohim, and none have understanding above El is the Most High.
Yeah.
They knew when to drop their names.
Yes.
What name fits the scenario?
Yes. And I love how it says, verse 24, there will be many that perish in this life because they despise the Torah of Elohim that is set before them. A lot of people like Moses, you can see he was a replica or a depiction of the Torah. And his people despised him in a sense too. There's people that he put in your life to show you what Torah is, and we like, oh, we ain't got to do all that.
Yeah, don't take all that.
He speak to me too. We pull a whole Korah, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And not realizing that the ground underneath us is shaking, and if we're not careful, we'll get swallowed up.
There you go.
You don't want to be so quick to speak against who Yah put in front of you.
Mhm.
If he put a teacher or pastor or whoever he put in front of you to show you this is how, because y'all know he isn't down here physically yet.
Mhm.
We are the pieces and puzzles to, that make this picture what it is.
Mhm.
So respect who he put in front of you, because you don't want your ground shaking.
Mhm.
And then
You
later
don't want it
on
to open up and swallow,
Yeah.
you
and
behind.
swallow you up.
And by that, we don't mean don't take everybody's word that they're from Yahuwah.
Yeah. Judge it according
to Torah.
Absolutely.
If what they're saying lines up with Torah, they the real thing. If what they
Absolutely.
saying does not line up with Torah,
Mhm.
they don't follow them.
Torah is the standard.
Mhm.
Torah is the plumb line.
Absolutely.
That's why you need to know it.
That's it. And that's why, and when I say you don't want the ground to swallow, I'm talking about the situation to engulf you.
Or the ground.
Or literally the ground, because y'all seen the pool, the thing where the pool
Yeah.
opened up. Yep.
And
Yeah. He's still doing that today.
Yeah,
so.
he's still So we don't want you to be have your situation to consume you where you can't hear him anymore.
Can I ask a question real quick? This
Absolutely.
is kind of because that triggered something. He's still doing it today.
Mhm.
So, and answer me as best you can.
Okay.
So why we see these things going on in the earth, all over the earth?
Mm-hmm.
So why do they keep like discounting it off? Oh, that's global warming. Oh, that's just a coincidence. Oh, or that's just nature, Mother Nature. She's
Doing her
angry or
thing.
whatever.
They did it. Pharaoh did the same thing.
Thank
Remember?
you. I
They
knew
had
she
an
was gonna
excuse
have
for
an answer.
everything. They had an excuse for everything.
That's
because they don't want you to. It's just like also when Mashiach was doing the seed and the sower.
Yeah.
And he said there's some people the seed went into them, but the
fowls of the air.
The father of lies, Mashiach came in and snatched it from them real quick.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they knew it. It almost got them, but them birds came and ate it up. Snatched it right out of them.
And also, they don't want you to link yourself to the people in the book.
Yeah. So
if we keep your attention on global warming, you're not going to put your attention on the word.
Because what exactly is global warming? Somebody explain that to me.
Thank you. Because I'm like, what is that?
I don't know what it is.
What is that?
They keep throwing all this stuff to get you focused over here.
That's
while the dirt, everything, all the stuff, the judgments and stuff is going over there.
That's right.
Because if you ask a bunch of people, what's going on in Egypt right now? What's going on in the U.S.? What's going on around the world?
What's going on in your neck of the woods?
They'd be like, nothing. Ain't nothing going on because we ain't heard no news about it. Because they not seeking the truth. And whereas we hear about it all the time.
Absolutely.
We know exactly what's going on.
So that's why they do those things. So you don't have to link yourself to the people in the Bible, and you don't have to continue to keep the Torah. So if I keep making a bunch of excuses, then I'm also giving myself a way and escape to not hold the commandments.
And I don't have to be accountable and responsible if I keep making these excuses.
Right. And if I keep you excited about things like the Super Bowl and the NBA and the all that stuff don't happen at the same time. It happened it's baseball season now, it's basketball season now, it's football season.
We got to keep your focus.
Yeah.
We got to keep your attention.
Super Bowl halftime, Grammy Awards, American Music Award. Remember, it used to just be them two. Yeah, you got the Academy Award. There is an award for everything. BET Award, Soul Train. How long Soul Train been off the air? Soul Train Award. It's all kind of award shows just popping up.
Because your attention is that valuable.
Yeah, they need to get your attention somewhere else.
Your attention is that valuable. Don't just squander it on these little things that make you just reach for them and go, Torah.
Yeah. It's like terrorist attacks. I mean, like, no, y'all went for that? Especially that time when they did that. They said some terrorist group went into some gay bar. Was it Florida? And shot a bunch of people up. I said no.
Yeah,
No.
that was Florida.
What does a terrorist want to do with some little old gay bar that's 20 by 30 and feed hardly nobody in there to go in there and shoot them up to make a point?
Because somebody probably knew
That ain't
something
them. Yeah, that ain't them.
wasn't supposed
And not only that, but some people's like, no, because they were trying to blame it on Middle Eastern folks. He said, yeah, they had kind of a face like that, but I saw their hands. They were white because they're dressing up like somebody.
Yeah.
And not only that, but the Tony Awards is the next day. Like, you got this that happened at night. The Tony Awards is the next day.
Yeah.
How all y'all get a ribbon that commemorates the people that died just that night in a nightclub? And you talking about we hired so-and-so to design this ribbon. I said, so you woke him up like at what, 2:00 in the morning, said design a ribbon. He designed a ribbon. First of all, this ribbon on design, this is a little bit, and y'all had them all ready for everybody at the Tony Awards. I was telling that to my husband. He was like, well, maybe they could do it that fast. No, they can't. No, they can't. And I said, and this is televised, that it was recorded earlier. It's time differences all over the place.
Oh, wow.
Don't play me for Boo Boo the Fool. Y'all believe this?
Michelle.
You woke a designer up, some major designer said, design me a ribbon and have it ready by the Tony Awards. When just in a few hours in some country, the Tony Awards was going to come on.
Absolutely.
Don't play me.
That's true.
All right.
But I got to keep your attention on that because I'm doing dirt somewhere else in the government.
That's it. Your attention is valuable, man.
Your attention is valuable. That is one thing that I'm going to hold on to. My attention is valuable.
Don't spend it everywhere.
Ooh.
All right.
Dropping lugs. All right. All right. Verse 21. No. 20. For there be many that perish in this life because they despise. Oh, wait. No, 22.
You can keep going.
Oh. For there be many that perish in this life because they despise the Torah of Elohim that is set before them. For Elohim has given straight commandment to such as came, what they should do to live, even as they came, and what they should do, what they should observe to avoid punishment. Nevertheless, they were not obedient unto him, but spoke against him and imagined vain things.
Imagine vain things.
And deceived themselves by their wicked deeds, and said of Al-Elyon that he is not, and knew not his ways. But his Torah have they despised, and denied his covenants. In his statutes have they not been faithful, and have not performed his works. It's just what, okay.
Vain things. They are for everything except Torah.
That's it.
Everything.
When it comes to Torah, everybody get crazy.
That's why we got to strike one now.
Right? You could be a Buddhist.
Oh, I don't think I told you.
That.
Yeah, we got to strike one on YouTube.
When that? Where? For what?
Fourth book of Maccabees.
Fourth book of Maccabees. It ain't said nothing about. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
Didn't they say we was talking about COVID or something? Maybe we wasn't even. I only think we just.
Ain't nothing about COVID in there.
But people talk about COVID all day long on the news everywhere. Right?
Everywhere.
So we can't mention COVID.
We can't.
If we did.
Right.
And did you ask them for proof and
I
they
sure
couldn't
did.
show
You
it?
couldn't even show me.
They lied.
But as long as it's because, and then they mess with this
said
little
something
channel.
that messed with them.
Yes,
Yeah.
and we mess with this little channel. They ain't got 129
129.
people.
Yeah.
29 people.
Got
on here,
129 subscribers, y'all.
and you bothered by us.
They messing with the remnant.
The remnant.
They know where the power is. They ain't worried about all you people out there with TD Jakes and the 1,000 people with the Creflo Dollar and the people, Joyce Myers, all of
They
them
got
with
tens of
Osteen.
thousands of
They ain't messing with them.
subscribers.
They ain't messing with them
I bet you-
because they ain't speaking no truth.
Exactly. Empty words.
Vain imaginations.
That's it.
Wow,
That's crazy.
vain imaginations.
So that's little old people that have
That is
bad
so
hair
crazy.
days.
Because you're paying
First
attention.
strike, thank you.
Yeah, that's first strike. I mean, I'm sure somebody. I think Auntie Shelley did it.
She probably did.
probably
She
did.
said.
I don't know. She be dropping them too. It
These
probably
two.
was one of
These
us,
two.
but I'm just saying.
These two.
Now we ain't Rochambeau or nothing.
Woo. Verse 25. And therefore, Ezra, for the empty are empty things, and for the full are the full things.
Ooh, we for the empty are empty things,
and for the full
are the full things.
You
That
want
is.
truth, you got it. You want lies, empty lies, you
But
got
listen, that's why I'm saying, like, for it says that vain imagination really got me, because it goes back to your attention.
it.
So if you thinking like you got the house, you got the cars, he calls that empty.
Yeah.
Come on.
The same thing where we are rich because we have Torah,
Mm-hmm.
but the world will call us broke and disgusted.
Yep. Yep. And we got the riches.
But we have the riches because our attention is on him. The world deemed as
And theirs is going to pass away. Ours is
will
going to live
stay.
forever.
That's
Immortal.
Right. That is amazing.
So if you want empty, he'll give you empty.
That's right.
Like you told the lady with the food, what you say it tastes like water yesterday.
It tastes
fried
like
water or
deep
something.
fried.
Right.
Yes.
She told the lady that her food tastes like deep fried water.
Because she was, she told me I should get the cod and chips, fish and chips. And I said, listen, is it seasoned well? She said, yeah, because we about season. You about season too. And so when I had it, I said, listen, I'm going to have to pay for it, but I just want to let you know this tastes like deep fried water. And I only got it because you said it was seasoned. Did you tell that lady that?
She told the lady
You
that.
told that lady that? Yeah, basically I told her stop lying. So don't tell another person this season.
Deep fried water, because you know that don't taste like that.
Well, I can't even tell somebody to come get Bonnie because she was honest. If it tastes like deep fried water,
it tastes like deep fried water. Okay, it wasn't even distilled. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get back into it.
Verse 26. Deep fried water. Behold, the time shall come that these tokens which I have told you shall come to pass, and the bride shall appear, and she coming forth shall be seen, that now is withdrawn from the earth. And whosoever is delivered from the foresaid evils shall see my wonders. Thank you. For my son Yahusha shall be revealed with those that be with him, and they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years. Within 400 years.
Look, y'all.
He gave a timetable.
He always dropping them timetables.
The Most High is always
out. But listen, and then he calls his son by name, because normally it's son of man, son of man, son of man, son of man.
Son of Adam.
Yeah, son of Adam. Now it's straight up. Let me put respect on his name.
Because remember, Ezra keep asking for that timetable. What's the time? Well,
he did.
Everybody gonna see it at once. It ain't now. He telling them like he said, I'm putting a name on it.
Yes. And he said within 400 years.
Yes.
So Ezra, within 400 years, Yahusha, he gonna be here.
But no, he says, and they that remain shall rejoice within 400 years. So he was speaking of us way back then and talking about us who remain.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
After the evils. Okay, yeah, because he does say, foresaid evil shall see my wonders.
We're experiencing
whosoever
this
is
right now.
Delivered from the foresaid evil shall see my wonders.
We're experiencing this right now.
Yeah, we're seeing the wonders.
And it's many, and it's not so many of us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it is the remnant, because
it is definitely a remnant.
A lot of what you see is televised hate. Y'all ain't never seen nobody that spoke truth on news, like really interviewing.
Right.
You know something is up when you can interview the Purple Power Rangers on TV. That should be a straight red flag.
Yeah. Yep.
Straight red flag.
Straight red flag.
And they're able to have this dialogue. So to speak.
A segment, a whole segment.
Oh yeah, no, that's all a lie.
But
you ain't never seen them put the Black Panthers on there?
Oh, never.
They don't want no truth. It's not a lot of us, and if we're not careful, we'll be.
They want everybody to see us as them.
Absolutely,
not them.
And that's why they televise them.
Yeah,
and they show the hatred that they display because they want you to be like, oh, you an Israelite? Oh, y'all too. Like. But why? What's your concern?
Mm-hmm. But not only that, but you're not even thinking logically. Your scripture is full of Israelites. So why you read your Bible?
Absolutely.
If you believe that's them, why you reading this?
Why are you quoting it when times are hard?
Yeah.
Just throw it all away and do your own doctrine.
Well,
that's how it's empty. But you want something empty.
Vain.
So there you go.
It's vain.
That's right.
It's vanity. Verse 29. After these years shall my son Mashiach die, and all men that have life. And the world shall be turned into the old silence 7 days, like as in the former judgments, so that no man shall remain. And after 7 days, the world that yet awakens not shall be raised up, and that shall die that is corrupt. That's it. Did I read that right?
Mm-hmm.
And that shall die that is corrupt.
Mm-hmm.
And the earth shall restore those that are asleep in her. And so shall the dust those that dwell in silence. And the secret places shall deliver those souls that were committed unto them. And Al-Alion shall appear upon the seat of judgment, and misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end.
So he's talking about final judgment. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But judgment only shall remain. Truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong, and the work shall follow, and the reward shall be showed, and the good deeds shall be of force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule. That's good stuff. Wow.
This is amazing because this is our expectation. This is what we can expect, and not even expect because it's going to happen.
Yes. So he's giving Ezra what's going to happen in a nutshell.
Yes.
He's giving it to him in a nutshell.
Yes.
Like I'm not going to tell you the exact day, but if you smart and seek it, I'm giving you years.
Yep.
I'm giving you years.
And on top of that, even though life is challenging, because we ain't gonna even front life have its challenges.
Mm-hmm.
But we should always be reminded, like at the end, we still win.
Yes.
And there's a set date.
And there is a set
There is
date.
a set
So
date.
we're just not wandering aimlessly and like, oh, I
hope this comes to pass.
No, he has a date, and when he comes, we're gonna be gathered with him. So it kind of makes that's why I say like being in truth kind of makes going through life a little easier.
Yeah. Oh, yes, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
not that all things,
yes,
is
not that it's hunky dory, but it's easier still.
But it's easier because you're judging against the times that you see. You're judging against the prophecies. You're judging against, the word, and you're like, oh, well,
we know what's going on.
The word said this was gonna happen. So all I got to do is I'm in Goshen.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can relax.
I just need to sit back and wait.
That's it.
Talk about the peace of Yah.
The peace of Yah will sustain you, absolutely, no matter what. And that's the beauty of this knowing and being one with Him and with His truth.
Because He tells us things.
And I don't know why we sit there and say that He does it. Oh, He's a mystery. No, he's not.
He's really
not.
He
straight up told you, you
that's
are
what
my
they've
friend.
been telling us. Oh, that's a mystery. It's really not. He told us. Y'all just yanked it out.
That's right. And you forbade us to read it.
Yeah.
And we listened.
Mm-hmm. And
but
he's still telling people not to read it.
And then He told you, even in your regular Bible, that I told you everything that my daddy told me. I made known to you.
He did say it. Yep.
He said, I don't call you no slave. I call you my friend.
Mm-hmm.
Now, He didn't call you His best friend. Like He did me. No, I'm just playing with you. But my point is, He makes it known if you want to know.
Yes.
He is not a mystery.
Not at all. And had they not messed with the calendar, we'd be able to put a date on it.
Absolutely.
We'd be able to put a date on this.
Tell it.
But they don't mess with the calendar
but
so
maybe
much.
Maybe
not.
Not.
All you gotta do is count the years.
Because listen,
around the time.
Okay, right. But listen, because you know our people.
Yeah.
Because our people will party up to the last thing, like, oop, he coming on at 4 o'clock in the
so
morning.
he couldn't give us.
Yeah, you right.
That's probably one of the reasons why he allowed it to
around
do.
right.
Yep.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah,
because our people be like, listen, come on, Jim.
But you know what? Even some of them would be disappointed because Yahoo is not a fool. He ain't Boo Boo the fool, like I said. He know what you was doing. You ain't gonna.
That's true.
Because that means your heart condition was right. And
but some people, when you know how you
ain't gonna try it.
That's exactly
right.
Absolutely, they gonna try it.
They gonna
try like, girl, I'm gonna still do this. Boy, I'm gonna still do this. I'm gonna still do him. Do this.
Real talk though. Verse 36. Then the pit of torment shall appear, and opposite shall be the place of rest, and the furnace of Sheol shall be disclosed, and opposite it the paradise of delight. So that's that chasm.
Yeah.
And the
Abraham's bosom.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a chasm
where Mashiach went and got Adam from.
So you got in Sheol, you got this chasm, this big wide expanse, and then you got the wicked folks is over here.
That's so true.
And paradise is over here.
Where did
and
we
they can
see
see they can see each other, but they can't
That's
cross.
true. Where did we see that? Was that in the ascension?
It was somebody's ascension. I want to say Isaiah.
I think it was Isaiah. Where you
they
see
the one
that picture.
When they told us about what happened when Mashiach went down after he died. And because some people got up after the resurrection.
Because death was like, how did he get in here? Yeah. I know how they got here, but how he got in here. And
he don't even belong here.
And the bad people were on one side.
Yeah.
And those that were waiting were on another side.
Whole other side.
That is so crazy how it links these books that they told you don't read. Links with one another.
And the parable of the rich man.
Yep.
The rich man and the
they got it
or
from
something.
The rich man and Lazarus.
Yeah, Lazarus.
The poor man. Lazarus, the poor man.
Because he was like, send. The rich man was like, send my brother, send Lazarus.
To dip his finger in some water
that
I can just to drip it on my tongue. He's like, and Abraham was like, he can't come to you and you can't come to him.
He said, at least send somebody to my brother.
To warn them.
Like, nope. They don't listen. Don't listen to scriptures. They ain't gonna listen to nobody that
they have got the word on this side of glory. If they ain't listening to it on this side,
they ain't gonna listen.
They won't listen.
They gonna say they got indigestion. And a ghost came to me at night. That's what they gonna say.
They ain't gonna listen.
They ain't gonna listen.
Oh, Father. All right, it says, verse 37, then Al-Aliyan will say to the nations that have been raised from the dead, look now and understand whom ye have denied, whom ye have not served, whose commandments ye have despised. Look on this side and on that. Here are delight and rest, and there are fire and torments. Thus he will speak to them on the day of judgment. A day that has no sun or moon or stars or cloud or thunder or lightning or wind or water or air or darkness or evening or morning or summer or spring or heat or winter or frost or cold or hail or rain or dew or noon or night or dawn or shining or brightness or light, but only the splendor of the glory of Al-Aliyan, by which all shall see what has been determined for them.
Wow.
He said, when we face justice, we gonna see stuff that how it looked before he said, let there be.
Yes. It's going back, like you said, to his original intent.
Yes.
And it also paints a picture of when Mashiach was born in the cave. You was going there too? When that light came, there was nothing. The birds were stuck. Everything was stopped. Time was literally frozen.
Yeah, frozen. Everybody's like, what just happened?
And now here comes this baby. Wow.
But remember, she did not have birth pain.
Nope, she sure
because
didn't.
it went back to original intent.
She sure did.
We were supposed to have babies, but no pain.
Right. Yep.
The baby was just there.
It was in her hands. In her arms.
There go the baby. Like it probably just was supposed to come out the belly.
and I don't know what it did, but I know the light was so bright.
Mhm.
She looked.
And there go the baby.
The birth of Mary, y'all. It's in one of the story times.
Mhm.
And go back to all of those previous story times.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, New Zealand says, wow, sounds like the beginning. Yep.
Yep. Original intent.
That book was the one that we're talking about when he was born, when Mashiach was born in the cave. That was the birth of Mary.
And what book was that?
Was it
Oh,
called
that was
The
in-
Birth? No, it was called.
Yeah, it was the birth. It was in Shemayim. Shemayim.
Yep.
Yeah, look up the name.
No, it was in Havaoth.
Hava.
Ha'avoth. Yeah, it was in that.
But was
and
the book called The Birth of Mary?
It was called The Birth of Mary.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Verse 43.
Okay.
No. 40. Yes, 43.
Mm-hmm.
For it will last for about a week of years.
Ooh, the judgment. It's a
week
lot of people.
Years.
It's a lot of people.
So 7 years?
1,000.
Oh.
Remember? If that's the timetable he's using. If he's using his timetable, remember a day is 1,000.
So 7,000.
1,000. Is it 1,000 years is one day?
Yes.
So that judgment's going
Oh
to
wow,
last
that's
7,000.
more. 7, because it's a week of.
That's 7,000 years, our time.
Oh,
But that's almost.
wow.
Okay, wait for. But is he talking about from beginning to end, like Adam to end is 7,000? I think that's what he's talking about. That's 7,000 years.
Yes.
Okay.
That will make sense because Shabbat.
See, this will
It would
last.
end on a Shabbat.
He's talking about the
The
whole
whole period
from beginning
of
to judgment.
Mm-hmm.
It's a week of years.
Yes.
Wow, because that's
7,000 years.
wow.
It's going on the Shabbat year.
He's intentional.
So that means that millennial 1,000 years must be the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, my math ain't there. I can't even see.
Or because you know how Sukkot has the 7 and then it has 8 is the new beginning. That 8th day is like the end of Sukkot, and Sukkot is where we're going to celebrate forever, for eternity. So it could go up. This 7th could go to millennial, because then there's one more battle. Because remember, the millennial year, Hasatan is locked up. He's chained for that last 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So that could be the 7.
Okay.
And then he gonna get out and try to fight again, and that's when it's over. And that could be that 8th day of Sukkot. That's at all. That's it. That never ends.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I think that time is actually shorter.
Time
than
is
what
shorter.
We think, and I think that the Hasatan chopped and screwed so much,
Yeah,
so that we wouldn't, and then distracted
definitely.
everybody and recognize how short a time we actually really have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time is definitely not what it is. When
Yeah.
you were little, Friday took months to get there.
It did.
You
It
be
really did.
You be on Sunday, and Monday will take its precious time to be over.
Oh my gosh.
Now you blink and you at
It's
Shabbat.
over.
Yeah.
Like you don't even remember 6th day, 5th day, nothing.
Because while that judgment is being done, and he said
It's quick. It's
time
right.
is short.
Because if he didn't shorten up the time, people ain't gonna come to themselves.
Yeah.
He needs to wrap it up so people have time to repent. You know, you start noticing the times being short, and you're like, oh, I need to get myself together.
Because now everybody notices it.
Yeah,
Before it was like some people did, some people didn't.
Yeah.
It's known to me, but now everybody's saying,
Yeah.
whoa.
Is it me?
Yeah,
or is
time
the
moving
day
fast.
kind of just going
Like,
by?
it's August, how everybody is saying it, whether you a sinner or righteous.
Yep.
Everybody notices it.
Sure do. Yep.
Let's see. It says 44. This is my judgment and its prescribed order, and to you alone have I shown these things. Wow. I answered and said, O Yahuwah Tsebaot, I said then, and I say now, blessed are those who are alive and guard your commandments.
Do it now.
Do it now.
Do it now.
because these blessings
Mm-hmm.
is still effective
Mm-hmm.
today. When he say, "Blessed are those who are alive and guard your commandments."
Mm-hmm.
And listen, if you got breath in your body,
We can say the same thing right now.
you can say the same thing. You are blessed.
You're blessed. You're alive. You guard His commandments.
You're blessed.
What did Moray say that blessed really is?
Oh, he did say something.
Yeah, what is?
If he said it on a prayer call, please don't judge me. I was going to sleep.
Not if he said it on Shabbat. Did he say it
He
on
did.
Shabbat?
He said it on the Shabbat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have to go back and listen.
Okay.
But I think because he sometimes, he get a little sermonette before we even play.
Oh, so
That might have been when he said it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Dad, if you
So
on
maybe
here, what did you
we
say
went
about
out
the
Something
blessing?
really special.
Yeah.
It's,
with
it's not
something
what
different.
we are
Yeah.
used to
Mm-hmm.
in the Western way of
Mindset.
thinking of what a blessing is.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Well, Dad, you still on here, Eric? Eric, can you go ahead and expand on the blessing, what you had shared, if you can? He probably typing, but y'all know.
Yeah.
Verse 46. But what of those for whom I prayed?
He's still asking them questions. Come on, Unc.
He said, but what of those for whom I prayed? For who among the living is there that has not sinned, or who among men has not transgressed your covenant? And now I see that the world to come will bring delight to few, but torments to many. For an evil heart has grown up in us, which has alienated us from Elohim, and has brought us into corruption and the ways of death, and has shown us the paths of perdition, and removed us far from life. And that not just a few of us, but almost all who have been created.
Look, I ain't gonna front. I've asked this question, like, wait, but everybody says, like, you sure I'm going?
I
No,
I
for
get
real.
that. Yeah.
Because I'm not perfect. Like, I need to be sure I'm going.
Listen,
I need to be sure I'm covered.
don't be firing me, okay? At least give me a warning, like
That's
YouTube.
why I'm laughing.
Yeah. I'm like, I didn't ask this question. So I ain't even gonna front. I'll be like, but
Yeah.
I do that. I have that question
did some
too,
of
because
that
y'all
in
know,
the past.
just like I got fired right now at 6:50.
Fired. He said, LeVar,
I mean,
Oh, he did.
who's to say I won't be fired from the Most High? Like, you to make the cut. You know?
Yeah,
the Most
I
High.
need to make the cut. So what Ezra's really doing is saying, am I gonna be all right?
Mhm. And you know what? I ain't mad at the question.
I ain't mad at this
It's a little
one.
selfish, but you know, I be saying the same thing. Like,
I be doing the same.
am I gonna be there?
Heller.
I just need to know my past is my past. Like,
Exactly. I mean,
I'm with you.
I don't care if I'm the last one to get in there.
as long as I
Hey,
get in,
hello.
I will stand at the back of the line.
Oh, yeah, I want to be in that number when Kodeshim goes marching in.
Hey.
Okay. Add that little season.
Yeah.
49. He answered me and said, listen to me, Ezra, and I will instruct you and will admonish you yet again.
Come on.
For this reason, Al-Alyan has made not one world, but two. Whereas you have said that the righteous are not many, but few, while the wicked abound, hear the explanation for this.
Mm-hmm.
If you have just a few precious stones, will you add to them lead and clay? I said, Yahuwah, how could that be?
In other words, nah.
Yeah.
And he said unto me, not only that, but ask the earth, and she will tell you. Defer to her, and she will declare it to you. Say to her, you produce gold and silver and brass, and also iron and lead and clay. But silver is more abundant than gold, and brass than silver, and iron than brass, and lead than iron, and clay than lead. Judge therefore which things are precious and desirable, those that are abundant or those that are rare.
Okay.
I said, O Yahuwah Tsebaot, what is plentiful is of less worth, for what is more rare is more precious. Come
Wait,
on.
finish this
yeah.
sentence though, because I gotta put this thing together.
He answered me and said, weigh within yourself what you have not thought, for he who has what is hard to hold on. He answered me and said, weigh within yourself what you have thought. For he who has what is hard to get rejoices more than he who has what is plentiful. So also will be the judgment which I have promised. For I will rejoice over the few who shall be saved, because it is they who have made my glory to prevail now. And through them, my name has now been honored. And I will not grieve over the multitude of those who perish, for it is they who are now like a mist and are similar to a flame and smoke. They are set on fire and burn hotly and are extinguished. I replied and said, oh, what have you brought forth? The mind is made out of the dust like the other created things. For it would have been better if the dust itself had not been born, so that the mind might not have been made from it. But now the mind grows with us, and therefore we are tormented, because we perish and know it. Let mankind lament, but let the beasts of the field be glad. Let all who have been born lament, but let the four-footed beasts and the flocks rejoice. For it is much better with them than with us. For they do not look for a judgment, nor do they know of any torment of or Yeshua or salvation promised to them after death. For what does it profit us that we shall be preserved alive, but cruelly tormented?
Okay, I get it. So when he's asking what's more precious, rare or something that there's a lot, of course rare.
Yeah.
It's harder to get something rare. You got to work to get something rare.
Right.
So when Ezra's asking this question, well, what, like what's gonna become of it? Because we've sinned.
Yeah.
But it took work for him to get us where we are right now.
Yes.
So you're more precious because I put in the work and I got a reward from it. Because I put in the work. I've been putting in the work since y'all was born. Yeah, y'all acting a fool sometimes, but you're rare. Ain't too many people like y'all. Ain't too many people like you, Ezra. I know you done messed up, but you messed up and came to me. They messed up and just messed up and just happy in their sins, and it's a bunch of them. It's a bunch of sinners. I'm not even gonna cry when it's time to get them a judgment. It's a bunch of them. Y'all rare.
Because they ain't worried about
the
it.
remnant is rare. That's why it's a remnant.
He said,
you're rare.
He said, I will rejoice over the few who shall be saved.
Yes. So those,
he
because it
all,
takes
he
work.
Came for the
That's
few.
what I came for. The ones who were, how many people was in the ark, Ezra?
Yeah.
How many people?
How many people was out there drowning and calling you by name? Telling you to open up. You
did not open. He's like, you see, I didn't open the door. Yeah. I could have opened the door. I could have sent some lifeboats down. I could have stopped it from raining. But did I? No. Because now they want to holler my name. They ain't serious. They just want to be saved from the rain. They don't want me.
They just want something to cover them.
Yes. They don't want me. They want to get out of the situation they in right now. They don't want me.
And he wants those who want him.
Exactly. And they are rare. And I know, so I'm going to chastise them. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get them to keep understanding you are mine. Because I know they're going to respond to it.
That's love, man. That's love.
That's love.
All that, Ezra, don't worry about that, Ezra. You know you talking to me right now. I don't just
A
talk
whole
to people like
conversation.
this. What? Dude, you mind. I know you sin. I got you. You annoying me right now. Right now, you annoying me with all these questions. I told you to go chill out a few paragraphs ago, chapters ago.
Chapters.
I'm still talking to you because you mine.
That part right there. Verse 69. And if we were not to come into judgment after death, perhaps it would have been better for us. He answered me and said, when Al-Elyon made the world and Adam and all who have come from him, he first prepared the judgment and the things that pertain to the judgment. And now understand from your own words, for you have said that the mind grows with us. For this reason, therefore, those who dwell on earth shall be tormented, because though they had understanding, they committed iniquity. And though they received the commandments, they did not guard them. And though they obtained the Torah, they dealt unfaithfully with what they received. What then will they have to say in the judgment?
I know.
Or how will they answer in the last times?
So he said, it's not like I didn't give everybody a chance. Everybody had a chance. They didn't keep it. They didn't guard it. I'm scared to ask Bonnie what she means.
Please ask me.
What are they going to say, Bonnie?
That they're going to have to find out tomorrow at 6 p.m.
I even walked into that one, y'all.
That's what happened. That's what they're going to say.
That looked like it was rehearsed. It was not. I was really scared to ask her.
They're going to have to find out at 6 p.m.
Oh.
Tomorrow on the third day. Okay? That's a whole clip. All right? Y'all pray for me as I try to get my job back.
You know what?
Father then fired me.
When did he say he fired you? What did you do? What were we talking about when he fired you?
Because she said, egg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I pulled a mom on him.
Yeah, she said, egg.
Oh, Auntie Linda, I know you love me. She said, oh, Vonnie. I can just hear your voice.
Good stuff.
Oh, I'm excited that he's answering all these questions.
Yeah.
I did. She said, I think you said the full name. You're right, I did. See, y'all know why I got fired. Now I gotta go and plead and get my job back.
Yeah.
But I'm excited that he's answering these questions. In the beginning, remember we were hecka nervous.
Yeah, we were like, oh no, come on,
sir.
you finna get in trouble.
Why you keep asking this question? But now I'm like,
be persistent.
Yeah, and now I'm like, keep asking the question.
His posture changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. His posture did
change. He was like kind of bratty.
Yes.
But now he's like,
yeah. His posture did
remember
change.
what you did earlier? Last week you were like,
oh yes.
He went, please.
Yes.
Yeah. Instead of rubbernecking it.
Yeah, he did bring it down.
He brought it. He fell all the way back.
Yeah, he fell back. He fell back.
Yeah.
So we love you guys, and we will see you tomorrow on the third day at 6 p.m. Right?
Yes.
Okay. With that being said,
shalom.
Shalom.
Bye. Hey, we was all color-coordinated. Unplanned.
Oh.
I just realized when I looked